You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sky People Chief coming peace, love, and I'm just trying to see where you going with that on. You got cute for me.
Looking like my baby. I don't come in here unless they pay me. I've been here all night, I'm feeling wavy, but they closing down like the Gallery Road Macy's. Where we finna go, though? We can hit the time to take some photos. Girl, I got the smoke, but can you roll, though? You know I thought about you jumping on this pole. Go somewhere with all that over there you got. Running up my spot, do you running every line? You ran into a Roddy Rich, I'm good with the box. It'll be a remix, non-stop, let it rock.
La yeah.
Look who bringing back Jet magazines, ain't it? Beauty of the week indeed, that's a queen, ain't it? And she throw back on the smoke. I asked what it is, she said the presidential shit, not that tangerine, ain't it? She said, boy, stop. You thought it, you tried it. I said, yeah, whatever, if it's so that I'd buy it. Windows to your soul, girl, I love the way your eyes get. When I look into them, I fall in a pool of violence. That's just what it's like, I got a jet that you can pilot. When we see each other, always frequent flyer mileage. It's always a laugh, she be like, boy, why you so childish? Because the internet, she said, jet be quiet. You know I'm a fool, Barrymore, I'm a riot. Like God is to a like God, I'm lying. You can't make you, we ain't been a fast diet. You know what it is, me and Slim, we just vibing.
Scorsese, it's crazy. I am still that bitch with a daydream, a day job amazing. I'm cash contemplating. I think about the green and she come to me. Invite her over when I want some company. I love her and she got me living comfortably. I need to pick me up, I pick me up some money. I got it out the limo with eyes. I think it's in my blood to cry. And niggas like to undermine, but it's big Mindy Bow with the underline. I'm a real nigga, but I'm such a fucking lady since 18. My life been a film like Scorsese, it's crazy. I am still that bitch with a daydream, a day job amazing. I'm cash contemplating. I think about the green and she come to me. Invite her over when I want some company. I love her and she got me living comfortably. I need to pick me up, I pick me up some money.
I just dug your bro out and then I took his hoe out. Told me showing skin is a sin, I took some more out. Like I could give a fuck about your rules and regulations. I could give a fuck about the bullshit that you saying. I got bigger balls than any nigga you know. I take all my calls on my other cell phone. They like, oh wow, she about to blow, they late. But anyhow, nice of you to show.
I'm a real nigga, but I'm such a fucking lady since 18. My life been a film like Scorsese, it's crazy. I am still that bitch with a daydream, a day job amazing. I'm cash contemplating. I think about the green and she come to me. Invite her over when I want some company. I love her and she got me living comfortably. I need to pick me up, I pick me up some money.
Okay, here we go.
She's so funny. It's so funny because I love Mindy so much.
I just want to run my business and do relationship with my friends, and that's it. That's it. That's it.
You are now tuned in to All Hustle and No Fear with your girl, the Hood Unicorn. Come on, let's go.
Back against the wall, last name against the rope. Middle finger stretched, if you thinking it's a joke, tell my friend I'm at the blow, 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 at the blow.
Good morning. How are y'all doing out there? I'm your girl, Sunshine Reigns, a.k.a. Griselda Blanca, a.k.a. You Need a Motivator, a.k.a. The Party Starter. But you tune in each and every morning because I am your Hood Unicorn. I am here to wake you up with positivity, motivation, current events, and a ton of laughter. And I do that each and every morning right here on Hits 92.3 for you. First of all, I'm supposed to start y'all off with some motivation, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to motivate y'all. Oh, I was going to say, you don't see me yet. Okay, but it's such a lag. It's different being on this side. I'm going to get used to it. Just give me a second. I'm going to get used to it. Okay, so I'm here to wake y'all up with motivation. And if you've been watching what I've been doing for like the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 days or whatnot, you know that our setup is different here at the hit station, right? But it's not just about the setup. It's about what it takes to do this. One thing that I have really, really learned about being a woman in tech is that you just don't plug shit in. I know this sounds weird, but you don't. And if you do plug it in, it might work and it might not. And the question is, what are you going to do to try to figure it out? That's my motivation for you this morning. If you plugged it in and it didn't work, what are you going to do to figure it out? Like, are you just going to sit there and say, well, this is, it's defective. It must be user error. That's you. But you know what I'm saying? The manufacturer didn't make it right. Something's wrong with it. Or are you going to sit there and be tenacious? Are you going to sit there and have patience? Are you going to sit there and teach yourself something that you don't already know? See, it's very easy to just walk away because it don't work. But is it that it don't work, or is it that you didn't put in the work? I'll wait, because I'm talking to somebody and I don't know who it is yet, but maybe you woke up and you heard what I'm saying and you realizing it, or maybe you listening to this 2 days later and you understanding that I'm talking to you. But I swear to God, it's somebody out there right now that instead of doing the work, you're saying that it just don't work. I got an opportunity this week. And when the initial opportunity came in, I was told, I need you to call this person, tell them what you do, tell them that I sent you so that you can get in on this event. And I said, all right, bet. I made the first call. The first call I made, the person was busy. I said, all right, bet. Call me back when you're available. That person didn't call me back. So the very next day, I called the person back. Well, I didn't call. I texted and I just said, hey, I'm available today until around 4. So if you want to give me a call today, that's what's up. They acknowledged, but they did not call me. I didn't call on Sunday because it's Sunday. It's Sunday. But by 11 o'clock on Monday, I'm back on that phone again, calling, saying, hey, how you doing? Just wanted to check up on you and let you know that I'm here and that I'm still interested. By the time me and that person got on the phone, the first thing he said to me was, you're very persistent, aren't you? And I said, when it's something that you want, you don't wait and you don't let someone tell you no. And if there's somebody else that could possibly be in the running for this, I need you to know that I want it more than they do. If that's the determining factor, we both got the same business. We both doing this, that, and the third. And the only difference is they waiting on you to call and I called you. Baby, give it to me because I'm ready. I'm here. I got it, though. I just want to let y'all know I got it. I did. I got the job. I can't tell y'all about it right now, but just know y'all going to see me in some pictures with some people and be like, oh, Sunshine is doing the thing. I got a call, and it's not for me to tell his business, but I got a call from one of our constituents, and he just let me know that he was put in a place to be able to do something that he's been telling the universe he wants to do so bad. And when the opportunity presented itself, not only did he jump on it, but he got it. When I tell you, I'm so proud when you guys call me and tell me that y'all are putting in the work and you are seeing your seed sown. Sometimes it's going to be difficult. Sometimes the ground is going to be red clay. It is. Sometimes it's going to be red clay. And you got to figure out how to still go ahead and produce something out of it. You might have to build a box. And you might have to hydroponic that thing. But you're learning. And you're not saying that it doesn't work. You're putting in the work. And that's all I got for y'all this morning, because we got a guest in the building, and I definitely want to talk to him because he's been putting in the work. Let me tell y'all something. I don't segue no kind of like it worked together. It goes together. You know what I'm saying? It goes together. So let me go ahead and introduce my guest for you today in the building. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Y'all ready for this? In the building with me today, I have Mr. Go-To Truth. Look at that.
What's happening? What's
How you doing, man? What's up?
We out
What's
here.
up?
We out here. That was some good motivation, man. I tapped in with that motivation.
I mean, I tried.
No, you don't try, you do.
You doggone right. You doggone right. I don't try, I do. The beautiful thing about every morning getting up and motivating these people is that it sticks with me too. And some mornings when I'm motivating them, I realize I'm not talking to y'all. That's why I say that sometimes. That's why sometimes I'm like, hey, am I talking to you? Is this one for you? Did the download come through me for you? Or was I just letting y'all be privy to my conversation with myself?
It's never a bad thing to be motivated. Motivate long as you can keep the discipline and let that motivation be like starting a car. You know what I'm saying? And when I was in the Marines, man, I had this little. It was a saying I used to say because I hated waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go run, and these is like out of pocket, long ass runs.
With all the gear on, like you're not running in shorts and stuff.
Some of them all the gear, but a lot of times it's just like workout gear, whatever, right? But 6 miles fast as a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to outdo everybody, and you got to run in formation so you can't fall out. But
oh God,
I used to wake up and just lie to myself. I'm motivated.
So okay, so what's the lie?
Oh, I'm
what
motivated.
What is the lie that you tell yourself?
I want to be here. I want to run. I want to do this. Because I realized early on in the Marines that false motivation is motivation. Yes, it's motivating, no matter where it started from. You know
false
what I mean?
Motivation
is motivation.
Is
It's motivation. Like you can trick your mind into doing. Because 6 miles, man. I was a basketball player, but well, never no cross country running. You know what I'm saying? 6 miles, and then like mile 1, that's when you start hurting. You know what I mean? So like I said, man, you gotta trick your mind. False motivation is motivation. Whether it's for me, whether it's for you. Sometimes I talk to my partners through what I'm going through.
So before, okay.
My bad. I don't mean to be
he done jumped to, okay. First of all, today, the reason y'all already know that I've been having different professionals come in throughout this month, right? And next year, I plan each month to have a theme of guests every Wednesday, right? So for this episode, I wanted to bring in an entrepreneur, but I wanted to bring in like a serial entrepreneur. And one thing that I've realized, like I'm an ear hustler. Y'all could be talking and I look like I'm doing something else, but I'm definitely listening. I'm nosy as fuck. No, they're called mom ears.
Got you.
They're called mom ears. We hear everything you're doing. What you say? What you know, you be looking at your kid. What you just say back there? Mom, we talk. I don't care. You said you put what and who's what? Little nasty ass. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. So I've listened to you and I've heard you just go down the list of different things, and you're not bragging or, you know, anything like that. You're just talking in, you know, in regular conversation. And I realized, I was like, this man has touched a lot of shit. And what's funny about it is you're younger than me. I'm a cougar. And so first, how old are you?
I just turned 36 last week.
So in your 36 years of life, go off and tell everybody what you've been doing. Let's start with this. Let's go ahead.
Well, I mean, first thing I did, like when I was young, you know, I started my own little yard business. I was probably in the 4th grade. You know, my parents had a rule where it was like I couldn't cut nobody else's yard till I cut my own, and we had a 3-acre yard. And I used to have to cut it, you know what I'm saying, straight push mower action.
Okay.
You know, so I'm waking up 6 o'clock in the morning, waiting on the sun to come up, you know what I'm saying, so that I can get going, so I can go make my money for that day. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It'll take me about 3.5 hours to cut my yard, you know, and then from there, I go cut everybody else's yard. I hired and fired some of my homeboys.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. I didn't really understand full business then, but I also knew that I needed help. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then do a good job. I started realizing if I do a good job, that keeps me paid next week and the week after. So that was the first little business I started. And then from there, you know, I started like rapping, selling CDs. I was selling the Napster CDs and shit like that. You know, and then
I think every Black person knows someone that has either sold DVDs or MP3s. Yeah. Like if you wasn't selling CDs, if you wasn't selling Medea's movies, like my mama was the bootleg man. I don't have a problem saying it. We saw all the movies.
Yeah. How I used to do it though is like people would give me their list of songs that they wanted on the CD, and I would go to my partner who was charging me $3, like $3 or $4 a CD, right? I'm telling them it's gonna be $8.
Right, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll just go to my partner, tell him this is a CD I want. He's like, man, you coming with like 4 or 5 CDs a day. I like music.
Like a lot of different music
Yeah,
at that.
yeah. So I'm just kind of like, you know, hustling in between that. You know what I'm saying? And then like one thing I think my parents did best for me. They never gave me shit. Nothing. Like last time they bought school clothes for me was in the 9th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a job after that. You know, so.
Would you do that to your kids?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hell
no.
yeah.
It's a generation of people who kind of feel like, okay, because I had to go through this, I don't want my kids to have to go through this. And me and my husband, we're on opposite sides of that. I'm like you.
Yeah.
I first started out making them keychains, and then I would sell the keychains to the people in the neighborhood. Then I would go around to all the old ladies' houses and I'd paint their nails.
Yeah.
And then I got old enough to babysit.
Yeah.
But you know that business that you learn.
Yeah.
I learned real quick in babysitting. Bitch, you pay me before you leave the house.
Yeah, straight up.
Give my money now, because providing a person with the service and trying to get your get back later, especially as a kid, that don't work right.
I never really had no issue with nobody. Like even to this day, I never really had no issue with people. I don't really like having.
You look like you've been big since you was little.
Yeah, I had. I used to be a lot more aggressive. Like yeah.
But that's because of where you're from.
Yeah.
Tell them where you're from.
Well, I'm from a place called Killeen, Texas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's some people call it a smaller town. It's kind of like a Decatur.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? No,
right outside of Houston, though, right?
No. Killeen is like right outside of Austin.
Oh, okay. So you was up there.
Yeah. So I lived in Houston. I got family in Houston. I've always been extremely Houston inspired.
Okay.
So I lived in Houston like 5 years. Like my sister, she went to school in Houston. My aunts and uncles, they all live in Houston. My grandfather, man, bless, like that's my dog, but he was a Rolling Stone. So he started a tribe in Oakland and a tribe in Houston. You know what I'm saying? He live in Atlanta now.
Wait, them two really rough places too. Like he didn't choose no old hoes. He got some real down ass.
Yeah. I'm talking
Oakland and Houston.
Yeah, I'm talking about 5 kids apiece too. You know what I mean? So that's why I say I'm very Houston inspired. You know, where I'm from is right in the middle of Texas.
Okay.
So people tend to choose Dallas or Houston as far as their influence goes.
Okay.
Dallas is a lot more sped up, a lot more, energetic, whereas where Houston more drink sipping, more slow-mo, slow talking, jamming screw, that type of shit. You feel me?
And let's be honest, the music don't really come out of Dallas. The music comes out of Houston.
Well, Erykah Badu came out of Dallas.
Okay, name 2 more.
DeRoe had ice cream paint job out of Dallas. Mo 3 out of Dallas. It's a couple people.
See, them people, I ain't heard of the first one. I mean, the second one or the third one, but I heard of Erykah.
Yeah. Of course,
I heard
of
Erykah.
But if you heard that one song, "Ice Cream Paint Job," a long time ago, you know what I'm saying. I be playing it during my mix sometimes here, but yeah, that's DeRoe. He had a little movement. Halle Berry, the song Halle Berry.
Okay, yeah.
That came from Killeen.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But what really popped it off was he went and did the remix with some dudes from Dallas.
Okay.
And then that's how Hurricane Chris ended up getting on it.
Oh, okay.
They had a relationship or whatever. So.
Okay, that's what's up. So I also heard you say at one point in time that you were a journalist.
Yeah. So when I was in the Marines, when I took my ASVAB to get in the Marines, I could pretty much choose whatever job I wanted. Because I scored well.
So you was a smart, mean nigga.
Yeah, I was in talented and gifted classes my whole life.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I recently heard on TikTok that talented and gifted classes was just another way to say you was a smart autistic instead of a slower autistic.
I don't know. It was some smart motherfuckers in that. Sometimes I would be looking around like.
I mean, they just needed more work to do.
Yeah.
They autism was the type of autism where you had to keep them doing some stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas there's other autisms where you kind of just, you kicking it.
So for me, I was so bad they had to check and see if I was smart. You know what I'm saying? Like I was as smart as I was, as bad as I was. Like my mom ended up having to get out the Army because they was like, either you medicate him or you got to get out of here.
That's crazy.
You know, we had to leave Germany because I was that wild of a kid. You know what I'm saying?
So wait. So you say you got kicked out of Germany?
Yeah, like 3-4 years old. Like 3 or 4 years old, like out here tripping.
So when the Germans can't do shit with you.
Hey, I was out here big tripping, man. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be out here. Anybody who know me, like a lot of people in my live right now who know me from back home.
When the Germans say you got to go, you got a problem, man.
I used to be big tripping, had like a short temper, you know what I mean? And then like, you know, I'm very, very motivated, you know what I'm saying, in certain things. So, you know, to what you asked me, yeah, I was in the talented and gifted classes with some smart ass niggas, man. And it, you know, that's when I kind of realized that, like, you know, smartness ain't necessarily, some people are predestined to be smarter in certain things, but to be honest with you, most of that shit comes from your willingness to want to learn.
Yes.
I used to get grounded a lot and just be sitting there reading the dictionary. You know what I'm saying? Because I was bad, so I'm grounded. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm sitting there reading the dictionary, learning all these words, learning about Roman numerals, and it's like first, second, third grade and shit like that. So, you know, bring you back to the journalism thing. I always knew that I never was gonna do no grunt kind of job, no grunt kind of work. You know, I was gonna do something that was gonna be able to like at least challenge me. You know, so when I took the ASVAB, they were like, man, we want you to go security service. We want you to go OPSEC. We want you to do all these other little things, right? I'm like, hell no, that shit sound boring. At the time, I wanted
How you tell the military that sound, but I don't want to do that.
I wasn't signed up yet. Fuck them. I was still smoking weed and shit. You know, I wasn't. It was one of them things. So I told him, I was like, look, man, unless I can go as this, because I wanted to start my own magazine and I wanted to start my own media company when I was in high school. But my homeboy, luckily, he talked me out of it because he was like, bro, this shit going all internet, bro. This shit about to be all blogs. I wouldn't put all this money into printing up no magazine because I wanted to have like a Source or Ozone kind of magazine. He was like, nah, fuck that. So when I went to the military, I was like, I'm going to do something there that's going to help me when I get out. So I went as a journalist, and that shit was lit.
Really?
Yeah, I dealt with my share of adversity, but as far as a job in the military, it wasn't too much better than that. You know, I'm able to, like, pretty much move around at will in a lot of cases. Very little, like, micromanaging from my higher-ups and shit like that. So, yeah, it was lit. You know, I deployed. I was able to like learn. I got kicked out of broadcasting because they told me I had a Southern vowel distortion. Yeah, I sounded straight like Slim Thug, Paul Wall. I used to be up in there, you know, and I worked on it too. I tried. I tried. They put me out.
See, this the thing about it though, right? It's the fact that y'all niggas put a name to it. Y'all didn't say he sound country.
Oh yeah.
You said he has a Southern vowel distortion.
Yeah.
If that's not the most eloquent way of saying, nigga, you sound like you from the bottom.
Yeah, straight up. Straight up. And the thing with broadcasting school is that they will really go through and pinpoint where your inflections were wrong. You know what I'm saying? Where your voice drops out, where your voice goes up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
now where society is, do you think that's as important, or do you think I think the eclecticness of each person's, you know, like, because I'm thinking about Charlemagne the God. That man he definitely got a something vowel distortion.
Yeah, he has a list, but the thing is, you can still understand every word that he says, and he can speak quickly, because you know radio and broadcasting is all time slots. So you got to get out what you got to say within that time period. As at the time I'm talking about, man, like I listened back.
You would have been great for like a Quiet Storm.
Yeah, some shit like that. Like, I've always had like that radio voice, you know what I'm saying? But for military broadcasting, I still ended up doing it. You know what I'm saying? Just because like I had to fill a role and then end up getting good at it then. But yeah, when it came down to school, they went ahead and they was like, man, you ain't. You gonna have to work on this.
You will not be on the nightly news.
Yeah. That's how they came at me at first, and then they sent me to the Pentagon, and then
wow.
at the Pentagon, that's when I kind of learned how to move.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I already knew how to move just through because as you see, man, I've always been the type of person, multifaceted, all throughout life. So even in high school, there's other parts of my high school life that helped me out with this. I used to throw parties and shit for money. You know, that was one of my first times really making some real bread outside the streets. You know, so when I got to the Pentagon, I was learning how to move with all these different kind of people. You know what I mean? And as a journalist, so I'm able to walk into the Secretary of Defense office. Hey man, I'm with the Marines post here. Need to figure out what's going on here. You know, I'm able to talk to the highest ranking individuals within the Marine Corps. And I'm able to talk to them like just on some OG, on some me and you having a conversation,
right.
not the whole throw your third shit, you know. None of that bullshit, you know.
Why you do it like that?
Because that's how it used to look to me, you know what I mean? I used to hate.
Used to look like what?
Third, yeah. Nah, man, I'll be walking up on these. It'd be funny because other higher ranking people be looking at me like the other high ranking third people. You know, they be looking at me like, dog, who do you think you are walking up to the Commandant of the Marine Corps like this? You know what I mean? I'm just walking up to him.
I'm trying so hard, but it's not working.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times people have stopped me talking about. Yeah, they used to call me Big Country. Yeah, I used to walk right up on them and just talk to them like regular people, you know, because by the time I was in the Marines, I'd already met most of my idols, you know what I mean? Just because I started doing jewelry with Johnny Dang and Paul Wall when I was 15 or 16.
Okay. So see, this is why I had him in, because I don't really I told somebody, I was like, I ain't playing for this show. I'm just gonna sit here and talk to him because not only the way he talks, but it's always something in the conversation that he's gonna drop that you be like, wait a minute, hold on, let's go back. Let's go back to that. Let's talk about that. Yeah. And you have really led a very interesting life already.
I agree.
Already. So you brought up DJing, and we're gonna go back to Paul Wall. Don't worry, we're gonna go back to that, okay? But how'd you get into DJing, and just talk about some of the people that you've been able to not only DJ for, but how it's opened up different doors for you?
Okay. So DJing, I thought I was gonna be a rapper. You know what I mean? But then I realized I don't like being in the studio that much. You know what I'm saying? I don't like writing up. I'm the type of dude, I was cool trying to just get me one hit off. You know what I mean? Being a one-hit wonder.
The right one.
Yeah, that's what I was like. The
right one will be okay, though. Because what would he say? Baby Got Back? That made him $11 million. He said, I ain't got to do a damn thing no more. Baby.
And he produced everything on it. So
and he got the rights to it and everything. He said he's made more money off of that song being in
so his lifestyle ain't about to change for shit.
Nah, between the movies and Nicki Minaj's Anaconda, Baby Got Back is Sir Mix-a-Lot is good.
Yeah. So, I thought I was gonna be a rapper first. You know what I mean? I ain't even think about no DJing and shit like that. I ain't even think about really producing, but I was writing songs, not knowing that there's other levels of being a producer or whatever, right? And then one day I had a conversation with this lady, I'm kind of speeding, but I had a band. I came out here to Atlanta. I had a conversation with this woman named Monica who was managing this group for T.I., and I was just out here shooting videos for these niggas. At this time, I'm a videographer. And I'm still kind of learning who I am and what I want to do. And she looked at me, she said, look.
Yeah, I like how he just threw that in there, right? He was like, I was a videographer.
Well, I'm just to give context, I know a lot of this shit be sounding crazy, but it's I'm the type of dude I can do a bunch of things at one time. You know what I mean? That's when I feel the most comfortable. So she pretty much said something to me and it kind of changed the course of my life.
What'd she say? Change the course of our life real quick. What'd she say?
Yeah, essentially she was like, I don't see you as a videographer. And I'm looking at her like, you fucking brought me all the way out here and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's what you paying me for.
I was living in Orlando, and I moved up to Atlanta to come shoot these folks' videos and shit, right? And I was like, and then she also don't see you as just a rapper or just a music person or just this. And she was like, you're just a producer. And when I say producer, I don't mean like a
shit happen.
A music producer. Like, you're a producer. Like, that's how you look at everything. And that's when it all clicked for me. A lot of shit just clicked. And at the time, I was about to have my first kid. I'm like 24, 25. You know that age.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been through the Marines. I've been through college. You know what I'm saying? And here trying to figure out this next level. And I'm also leaving the support of like my homie Stone, Johnny Dang, Paul Wall, all this shit I had going on in Texas. I walked away from that. Not with no bad, it wasn't nothing bad in no shit. It was just for me, I knew that my wings was bigger. As opposed to being up underneath somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over here making all these new connections on my own. And when she said that to me, it just like, yeah. So everything I do, I look at it like a production. So hold on, I've been hitting these vapes. Yeah, I'll stop fucking with them shits.
Man, yeah. I got mine sitting right here. Like,
mine in my pocket.
Don't say shit. Don't say shit.
I want to hit it, but I don't want that shit to make me, So, you know, DJing, like how DJing came about, man, I had that band. And like, so after the internship with the group Watch the Duck, who I still work with now, you know, I got to meet a lot of good people through that. But after the internship with that shit was done, I had like my band that came up here. I had a band, a little rock band.
Okay.
And I'm rapping with the rock band and shit. And all this shit just kind of came together and shit. And, you know, we kept losing our drummer. You know, drummers is the hardest part of the band to keep. Because,
really?
Yeah, because everybody need a drummer. Huh. They hire guns for real.
Really?
Yeah, drummers are the hardest part of the band to keep. And it's hard to find a good drummer, too. Because they are important. You can do really without most of that other shit.
But you need them. You got to keep beat. You got to keep the time and keep the beat.
You got to have a beat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
so
okay.
We kept losing our fucking drummers and shit. I'm talking about.
Get your kids into the orchestra and stuff like that, and make them play the drums.
Yeah. So since we kept losing that drummer, I was like, man, fuck this, man. I'm getting ready to just. I had a whole bunch of beats because I've been a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, I'm just going to use these beats and I'm going to play them. You know what I'm saying? So I just started like, when I realized, I know what hard work is. So I bought the shit. It was like $250 or whatever, right? And I started learning it. And I spent 8 hours a day for like 3 or 4 months. And I just practiced every day. I'm talking about, I was in a little bitty ass apartment in fucking Decatur. You know what I'm saying? Straight out the mud.
Pissing your neighbors off.
Oh, man, I'm up at 5 a.m. So I
would hate you.
I had a newborn. I had a newborn at the time, right? My oldest son, I'd be bringing it here. I had a newborn. And so, you know, that very first feed, that shit's happened like 4:45, 5 a.m. So as soon as I feed him then, I just DJ until it's time to feed him again. So that's happening again about 6:30, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just going all day long, you know what I mean? And eventually, I was like, ooh, I'm kind of good at this shit. You know what I'm saying? And after about a month and a half, and my only lesson I got, because at first I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And then this one dude gave me one of those, like, where somebody just kind of wants you to, like, shut the fuck up, ask them about some shit. But it wasn't even that, because I was sitting there just looking stupid.
You were utilizing your resources.
Yeah, I was sitting there looking stupid, not knowing what I was doing, right? And then he was like, damn, nigga, here, let me show you what the fuck you're doing with this shit. And he was like, this button does this button does that, press play, listen here. Yeah, all right, nigga, god damn. That's how I got my first DJ lesson.
Hey, yo, but I understand what you're talking about. Because I be calling country and I be like, hey, man, I don't know what they doing and why the cameras is doing this. They be like, man, let me look. And he be like, you just got to press this button. One time he came in and did one thing. And I said, nah, you better push like 8 more buttons because you're not going to disrespect me like that.
Yeah, and it's funny because like the dude who gave me that lesson, man, like we were working at the time together doing some things. I don't even fuck with him no more. You know, appreciate you
Fuck that
though.
nigga.
Appreciate him though. Shit. But yeah, he gave me that quick little lesson, and then from there, that taught me what to look up on YouTube. It taught me like, okay, because I ain't know none of the buttons. I'm over here just however I can get this motherfucker to make a sound. What I was doing, you know what I mean? And then eventually, you know, it just kind of got to the point where I realized I was good at it, and then I started going out like, you know, hey man, I'll DJ for you for $100, and I started off DJing EDM. Yeah, I already had an affinity, like I already had like, you know, I liked EDM already, so I started off DJing EDM, and then because that shit was the easiest. Is all the beats are the same. They, yeah, pretty much that doom, 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 doom. So it was easiest to mix that. And I'm putting hip hop shit on top of this shit. You see what I'm saying? So I'm throwing like Waka Flocka and Gucci Mane on top of this shit, right? Because you know when you first learn something, you try all the little tricks that you can. So yeah, I started from there, and then I kind of put it down for like a year or so, 2 years, and then one time, and then I had a homeboy hit me. My partner Corey, and he was like, man, I really want to DJ. And I had the shit at the house just kind of sitting there. So I brought it in there, and I was getting ready to give him the same kind of lesson that nigga gave me. One of those.
Damn, nigga, press this button, spin it like this.
I almost gave him one of those. I ain't gonna lie, man. Shouts out my nigga DJ No Reason, man. He ended up getting good at it too. But nah, what I did, man, I came there, and I just started, because I had a lot of music and shit already downloaded. So I started like DJing and shit for him and showing him. And then like, it would be, and then like I got booked to DJ some, like, because he told somebody else that I DJ. I got booked to go DJ there. And he's following me around now trying to like learn how to like really DJ. So I'm up there, I'm killing it. And I said, hey, come on. I left his ass in the booth. Go ahead and play. Go ahead and play.
I'd be so mad at you for that.
Hey, but that's the best way to learn.
Don't do that to me.
Nah, I mean,
don't do that. Don't leave me.
Yeah,
come back.
You gotta get over that first initial afraid shit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know,
just throw people in the fire. That's not right.
yeah. But then from there, it just kind of like, all right, bet I'm about to start letting these niggas know I DJ for real. And then I jumped out the gate. And I jumped out there, really started DJing, and I'm like, you know, people who had known me from doing grills, who had known me from like working with.
See, we hadn't talked. Well, we have, because you said Paul Wall, but you didn't say what you was doing with Paul Wall. We're gonna get back into that. So tell me who's some big names that people might know that you DJ for.
I just came off tour. Well, I ain't just come off tour, but I was on tour recently with Drummer Boy, DJ Luke Nasty, Scotty ATL. It was Scotty ATL's tour. Along the way, man, we had MJG on the stage, 8 Ball on the stage, just it was a lot of people, man, like that I was able to work with. DJ for Yandy.
If you didn't understand that in his wait, hold on. If you didn't understand that in his what you call Southern vowel distortion, he said he DJs for Yandy. That's the young lady from Real Housewives of Love and Hip Hop. Okay,
she actually created Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I thought that was Mona Scott.
She brought it to her.
Oh.
Yandy was managing Jim Jones and shit at the time, and then so she was like, "Look, man, we want to bring this shit." So she brought it to her.
Really?
Yeah, she created the whole shit.
Why she don't?
She's recently been talking about it now, but if you meet Yandy, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I hope she don't get mad about me saying this. I don't really watch Love and Hip Hop. I done been on hell. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not into that.
And I barely like a lot of the people that I meet through there. Some of the people are really cool and really genuine. A lot of the people are just actors acting.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like TikTok dancers and shit. Okay. You know, but you know, he
said that with us.
Out of all the people, man, like she's one of the most like humble. I could say she's humble and confident at the same time. And she really personifies like what a woman in business really probably should look like. You know, she's approachable. She'll talk to you. You know, but she's also busy. You know, so yeah, and then I ended up becoming Yandy's DJ through this shit I had going on called R and Bingo. You know, it was the little bingo game we had going, and we really popped that bingo game off out here in the city for real. So,
say everybody taking it from you.
No cap, they are.
Would you have done that differently? Like, would you have trademarked that or copyrighted it?
R and bingo is trademarked.
So no one can use R and bingo.
Yeah.
But is there a way that you could have trademarked the concept so nobody else used it?
Because bingo is a game that
okay.
You can play R&B while playing bingo. Yeah, you know, so yeah, it was almost no way for us to even like trademark that. But I trademarked the name R and Bingo.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so through R and Bingo, you know, Yandy came out and she was like, and at that time I was DJing with the band because that's how I learned how to DJ. So I would put together a band around me, and they just follow me, and we going crazy all night, right? And she was like, "Yo." So when she opened up her restaurant, she reached out again, and I had been working with Yandy for a couple years now, but never as a DJ. She always knew me as kind of like a little Swiss Army knife kind of dude, like who would kind of like show up.
A producer, you can get it done.
Yeah, show up, and her manager would call me for certain things for some of their artists and shit, right? So her first time seeing me DJ, she ends up like doubling back and like, "Look, man, I'm about to open a restaurant, man. I want you to open our restaurant for us, like, you know, be the music and shit." So we did that. And then they called me back the next day. And then they called me back the next day. And then it's been a couple years now.
So what's the restaurant? What's her restaurant called?
Dancing Crepes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's right in the underground.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And,
so you're there every what day?
Usually I'm there on the weekends. And then once a month I'm there for this thing called Girl Talk. You know, where Yandy and a lot of people come together, and it's real healing experience I see a lot of women coming together. They give business. I'm about to bring you out there one day.
I was just about to look. I promise you, I was about to utilize my resources and be like, "When's the next one? I would like to come.
Yeah,
I'm a girl. I can talk
straight up. Yeah, so you know, like they have different things for it, but you know, then I do Girl Talk, and then like you know, whenever she has like festivals, she'll probably call me and shit like that. So yeah, you know, I'm there pretty much whenever they call me. It used to be like shit 4 times a week. You know what I'm saying? But then now, you know, as things kind of slowed down within the economy, you know, it was like they wasn't getting booked as much at one point, you know, so I just kind of like busted it down just the weekends. Okay. So I'm usually there on the weekends.
Okay. So let's jump back into something you said. Tell us a little bit about you working with Paul Wall.
All right. Well, I had a big homie who kind of put me in the grill game, and he kind of taught me the parties and shit. A lot of the shit that I do now came from me watching him. You know, he was the first person I could really say, like, hand in hand, I looked up to. You know, granted, at the time I was in the streets, you know, young street nigga, 16, 17, out here just worried about fighting and selling dope and shit, right? You know, just out here doing some bullshit.
You know
what I'm saying?
You
like
know, man stuff.
Yeah.
Man stuff.
Kicking doors and shit. Like just doing the most, right? You know, but I was always like the one that would do the thinking for a lot of my partners to make sure that when we did this shit,
we don't get caught.
Yeah, straight up.
Definitely.
And then homeboy, he was a nigga in the city. Big football. He was a football player, and he was like everybody knew him for knowing all these celebrities. He's bringing celebrities down to town when he's in high school. You know, he's a couple years older than me. So when he reached out to me through my sister, and you know, and that's because I had a birthday party when I turned 17 or 18 or some shit. And he had a party that same day. Nobody went to his party, everybody went to my party. You know. And so he reached out as a smart man would. He was like, "Hey, look, man, I want to start throwing some of these high school parties with you." So all through my senior year, you know, I worked 40 hours a week at the grocery store, sold CDs and rapped on CDs and sold them at school and played basketball. But then he added this new thing to me, throwing parties. So just throughout the course of my day, like he would just print up flyers for me, whatever, right? And I just go hit all the schools, you know what I'm saying, pass them out at lunch, you know what I'm saying? And eventually them parties just started going. And you know what I'm saying, I think my first night doing it, I think I might have made like $1,200 in a night. And I'm like, just throw a party? So I did that all through high school, you know, and he was connected so deep with Paul Wall and Johnny. Like it was like really they had a group called Diamond Boys. You know what I'm saying? But he's like really the thinker for them two. You know what I'm saying? Johnny's a jeweler. Paul's a rapper. He's kind of in the middle. And he's able to think, and like he was the one who really popped Johnny off, like to the national level. You know what I'm saying? Like he had him do the Terror Squad pieces for free for him. He had him start working with the Khaled's and all this other shit. He's the one making those moves. So that was my big homie. And then so I just kind of fell into the fold. You know, when Paul Wall popped off, man, you know, we went on a little tour with him and shit. You know, I then got kicked out of school.
Wait a minute. Why did you get kicked out of school?
I didn't get kicked out of school.
Why did you almost get kicked out of school?
Truancy.
Oh.
Yeah, because like anytime them niggas say, hey, boom, is this going on? I'm putting that Cadillac on the road. But my mom may not know where I'm at for a couple of days. I told you I was bad.
Really?
Yeah, I was out there. You know what I'm saying? As long as I ain't had to work my actual job. Yeah. You know, so we was on the road with him then. I'm probably 17, 18 now, and I was able to like see the industry from there. And
okay, let me just say this. I think sometimes I do get a little jealous of y'all as men. Because as a woman, there is no way
you can go leave with a bunch of niggas? No, of course
there's
not.
not even leave with a bunch of niggas. There's no way I could be missing for 2 hours and my mama don't know where I'm at before, you know what I'm saying, she's calling in the Calvary. Let alone you're missing for 2 days and your mom doesn't know where you're at and you just walk in the house and think you just gonna come back in this house. The doors would have been locked when I came back. My mom would have been like, hey, my heart, I can't deal with this.
Shit,
like
not to get too deep.
I think y'all got different opportunities because of that.
But not even that, man. By that point, like, man, you know, me and my family had been beefing a little bit because I was one of like I told you how extra I could be, you know what I'm saying, and how extra they are, you know. So it was like a situation when I was like 15, 16 where damn near a year and a half, like it was probably like 6 months. I was out there on my own. You know, my homie, man, I ain't had no phone, no car, no socks, nigga. It was just I was out there with a little backpack of my shit, you know. So I'm taking my shit and I'm leaving. But I had stole my stepdad's car and got kicked out.
So you deserved it.
Well, they deserve for me to steal the car. If I'm being honest, if I'm gonna be all the way honest, like you know. I deserve my little get back at some of this shit. But yeah, I get kicked out the house. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just out and I'm over like, nah, fuck that. Y'all want me back? I ain't coming back then. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out there. You know, my partner fronted me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no phone or nothing. I made that shit bounce. And, you know, I'm still out there doing my music and all that other shit. So I had already learned how to survive. But also, it's almost like an alley cat. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them indoor-outdoor cats.
They come back eventually.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things you just can't even trip on them. You know what I'm saying? My mom eventually realized, like, shit, I think he gonna make it out alive, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, so I'll be gone. I'll be moving around and all this other shit. But then my mom also came to a couple of my parties. So she knew what I was doing, what I was capable of, and the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, that I had to really flex the skills that I was given by God. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but I imagine, I hope my son don't do that to me. If I'm being honest.
But you know what? We're raising different kids than we were. You know what I mean? When I see your son in here, that's a good kid.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's a good kid.
He
looks so he's a sweetie pie.
Yeah.
I don't mean that like trying to be funny. He looked like that's how I would describe my kid. He don't give me, you know, protect yourself vibes. Like he don't
straight up. Cause I done been around some badass kids.
Yeah, you know, it'd be some little mannish ass kids that you'd be like, hey, nah, I don't even want you around my kids, cause I don't want my kids being like that. No, your kid, he seemed like a good, you know.
Yeah, he is. And that's because also it was like those lessons, that's why I said there's certain lessons I did get from my parents. And my parents were like real Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde shit. So it could be as good as it was as bad as it could be. You see what I'm saying? I had 2 military vet parents. So You know,
PTSD.
oh, they
shit.
PTS out on each other a lot. You know, it was a lot of shit going on.
Wait a minute. Nothing.
It was always a lot of
I
shit
shouldn't
going on.
laugh at that, but he said they PTS out on each other.
Oh yeah. You know, so
Oh God.
I just made it a point that, you know, whatever it was that I was gonna do in life, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't gonna try to let those little things hold me back. You know what I'm saying? It's still love, like, man, you know. Granted, my mom passed a couple years ago, but we had a great relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and she got to see you successful.
She
got to see you. She got to see you making it, and knowing that while she's gone, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah. So
I think that's a big thing for a lot of parents, especially as their children get older. You put in the effort to teach them and raise them, but at some point in time, you do have to let go. There are a lot of people who either they won't let go of their parents or their parents won't let go of them. But I think those parents that actually do let go and the kids actually do fly, those are the parents that when they pass comfortably, because they don't feel like, no, I gotta stay. I still gotta help it, you know.
Yeah. We all doing well. Me and my sisters and my brother, you know, we all doing really well. So
that's what's up.
You know, so like me being gone 2 days and she knowing, like, okay.
You wasn't in no crack house.
And I wasn't, and
you wasn't out here being Pookie in them. You was out here trying to, you know.
And she knew I wasn't, at the very least, I wasn't gonna be a follower. So if I was gonna be in trouble, it was gonna be some shit I did. And she always told me, you get your ass locked up, you gotta get your ass out.
That makes sense too.
So whatever chances I only got locked up one time my entire life. I got sent to boot camp and I went to Scared Straight twice. But
why did you go to Scared Straight twice?
Man,
you wasn't scared the first time?
Kinda, but you know, I guess not enough. You know, this was before like Scared Straight actually was like
a TV show.
Yeah, we knew about it on a large scale. My mom told me I had an appointment. She's like, "Oh no, you're not. I'm gonna drop you off at school today. Don't worry."
Wait a minute. Not your mama hit you. We gonna get some ice cream
and
then go to the dentist.
Man, took my ass straight to the juvie. They came out, yanked me out the car.
Man. They didn't even let you walk in.
Yeah, I'm in the 4th grade at the time, I think.
Oh,
you
my
know,
God.
I don't know I had no idea what the fuck was going on. Like I remember that like it was yesterday, man. Like I had
That's a core memory for you.
What
about the second time?
Oh, so the second time, like, I tried to fight this grown ass neighbor I had. You know, I really tried to fight almost everybody in the neighborhood, and then they came back, you know what I'm saying, talked to my mom about it, and then got into it with the police and shit. And then they took me to a longer version of that. So I was there for like 14 days as opposed to the couple days I was there the first time. You know, so they took me to a longer version of that. It's called the Pavilion. And, you know, so the police dropped me off at the other one. You know what I'm saying?
That's a little bit more scary.
Yeah. And really, if I can really think about it, I remember one time I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I'm talking about like I was a next level bigger, like smarter than all the 4 or 5 year olds around me and shit, right? Because my mom never wanted, like we had to do workbooks every fucking, like during the summer. You had to do workbooks 2 grades above you. You know what I'm saying? So I was always, that's what made me like a little smarter than most people. It was just because of how my mom pushed me. But when I was about 4 or 5 years old, I remember my mom was like, would always tell me, you keep on getting in trouble at school, you're going to have to go to it. Then one day, man, it was some shit where it was I did some shit pretty serious. Really hurt somebody, hurt a little kid, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, over a paper airplane. But yeah, they dropped me off at the Brig, which is a military jail.
Oh yeah, because your mom was in the military.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They dropped me off at the Brig, you know what I'm saying? My mom like let me sit there for a couple hours too.
Damn. But you haven't been arrested as a civilian though.
Nah, I got arrested one time for, you know, it's really because the laws knew I was hot in the city at the time, and I was 17.
Okay.
You know, so the laws knew I was 18. I just turned 18. So the law, and it was fucking Christmas Day.
Damn.
It's fucked up, right?
I'll tell you one thing. After you sit down in a cell with somebody and your bed is next to where they sitting down and boo-booing, it give you a different perspective on life. Like, I be watching y'all argue with these officers and stuff, and I be like, it ain't no way, because I'm not giving you a stupid reason to take me to jail.
Nah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
None of
Like,
that.
if I'm going to jail, I get it. I'm going to jail. But I'm not going to jail because if you would have just shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean?
Straight up.
Like, bitch, I can shut the fuck up. I can be quiet. I can be quiet.
I'm going to give myself every opportunity to get out of this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What are you talking about, officer? Like,
yeah, I ain't trying to sit here and play with them folks, man. So,
man, the last time the last time I was scared that I was actually about to go to jail was when we did Willie Henn's event.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, that night, in January last year. Yeah, I was on the way home and I needed some gas. So I had finished dropping my homegirl Cece off that was with me, right? The pretty brown girl, right, with the locks. Dropped her off at home, got off the exit. Yeah, she probably watching. Hey, Cece, how you doing? But dropped her off, and I literally right there at the Wendy's. I mean, at the Wendy's, at the Burger King. Yeah. Police officer, whoop, whoop. And I'm like, God damn. So we had fun that, we was having fun that night.
That was a fun night.
It was a fun night. It was a good night. And that was the first time I had did live streaming at an event. Yeah. So I was already riding a high. You know what I mean? That police officer pulled me over. And then when he looked in the back of the car, he saw the tequila that me and Sonia Williams and Cece was drinking on. And it was an open container. And so he pulled me out the car. He made me do all of the sobriety tests. He called another unit. Like, he called a sergeant. And then the sergeant made me do a sobriety test too. And at one point, he just kept doing this. And I started looking at him like, come on, man. Like, you can see I'm following this finger. I'm good.
I practice for this shit.
I'm good. And in my head, all I'm saying is, it is not on brand for you to go to jail for a DUI. If you gonna go to jail, it's because you had weed. You are not going to jail for no DUI, bitch. That is not on brand. Nobody's going to believe this. So I end up passing the sobriety test, and he was like, I really feel like you are intoxicated, but you're doing good. And I was like, hit him with it real quick. I was like, have you ever had one of them moments where you just changed your life?
Nigga, I'm trying to go home.
He was like, what you mean? I said, man, I just left this event. I'm a journalist. I showed him my hits badge. I said, I just set up and I was doing live streaming. I did this real big concert and I have never done nothing like this before. I just dropped my homegirl off and I was crying, telling her, talking to her about it and just feeling really happy. I said, so what you seeing is not my eyes being glossy from alcohol. It's my eyes being glossy from crying.
Good. Oh, you good.
And he was like, so what's up with the alcohol in the back seat? I said, I just told you I'm a journalist. I said, I buy liquor and then I give out shots and stuff to the people who I'm interviewing.
Oh, you good.
And he was like, well, so I got to give you an open container, either way, I got to give you an open container ticket. I was like, and I understand.
Run that.
I was like, I understand.
Let me get that.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Let me get that.
And then once he was done, I was like, where's the gas station? He was like, huh? I was like, that's why I got off the freeway, because I had a gas station. He said the reason why he pulled me over not was because I was driving intoxicated, was because my fucking light was out.
But I heard a saying one time.
You're not taking me to jail.
99 cents can cost you a dime.
Man, that light is fixed.
Yeah, because them DUIs is 10,000 to get out of them.
Man, I was not, and it was crazy. I called my husband. He didn't answer. I called Country. That was the photographer, and I called Cece, and I was like, I'm being pulled over by the police, and I know I smell like weed. Like, I thought I was about to get in trouble for the weed. I was like, I know I smell like weed. I was like, so just...
and it was so much weed in the spot.
Yeah.
That shit was smoked out, boy.
Got stopped by the police one time leaving bonfire. Car full of edibles.
Oh.
police officer was like, as soon as I rolled down the window, ma'am, you know what this car smells like? I was like, look, I just left Bonfire ATL and there's a lot of smoke outside. I was like, have you been by the bonfire before? I smell like smoke. She looked at me like,
no, you smell like weed.
She was like, it's enough for probable cause. I was like, I was at a bonfire. What are you talking about?
Nah, this different kind of wood, bro. Yeah. It smells like backwoods in here, nigga.
Look,
this ain't firewood,
I
my
was
nigga.
not about to say it was weed because then it should. No, ma'am, I was by the fire.
Make the police do their job.
Yeah, she left, came back. She was like, look, just go ahead and go home. Okay. I was like, appreciate it. In the back of my car, I've got edibles, I've got juice, I had concentrates. Like I had enough on me that I knew I was going down. And it just so happened I was on the phone with my husband and it was on speakerphone. I was like, ma'am, I'm just trying to get home to my kids and my husband. Like you can hear him on the phone and everything. I'm not doing nothing. I was on Cascade, baby. Let me tell you one thing I won't do is go to jail again. I'm telling you, I'm not going to jail ever again. That lady boo-booed in front of me. And we wasn't intimate. I didn't come out of her. She didn't come out of me. Like I had just met her, and she just like wasn't no screen or nothing. She just boo booed in front of me, and then the food right there next to the place where she was boo booing, and then our bed was right there. I was like, no, it's no way I'm doing this again. I never go to jail again.
I ain't got time for jail. I ain't got one day for it, man. I spent that night in jail, and my mom, she definitely did not come get me.
Hey, I'm telling you that's
told me.
That's a situation where if you can do a bid on your head, kudos to you. I can't.
Yeah, man.
I can't. I like luxuries.
Like I can sit there and say, man, I've always thought ahead. I'll be honest with you, God just don't want me to go to jail.
Right.
He just has always kind of kept my record clean. He's all like, I done rode dirty before. I ride dirty a lot. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't. Not anymore.
Facetiously.
Yeah, I have kids now. You know what I'm saying? But I done
Allegedly, I rode 30.
I done rode dirty. I done rode no license. I done rode all kinds of shit, man. Got pulled over with all this shit and got out of it somehow. You know what I mean? I just look at it like sometimes, man, your purpose,
is bigger than your circumstances.
Your purpose is bigger than the penalties. You know what I'm saying? So with that, like them days, you wasn't supposed to go to jail.
And you know what? But I will say, both of them times, I learned from them.
Yeah.
So I ain't even gonna front.
That's all you needed.
Yeah,
you
yeah. With that lady cop.
Yeah.
That was the turning point for me from going down the line of being in the cannabis industry and changing the trajectory and going more so into this media thing. That was my day.
Yeah, let you know.
Yeah, that was my day. And since then, I've still had people, they be like, oh, do you want to vend at this event? Do you want media at this event?
Yeah.
Like I don't vend like that. You know what I mean? That's not my purpose no more. And then with the thing with from Willie's thing, I just realized you always have to be paying attention to what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because that was some dumb shit. But I will say this too. I should have tried a little bit harder in a different way, because somebody was like, well, where was the bottle? And I was like, it was behind me. It was like, you shouldn't have necessarily got in trouble for an open container if the liquor bottle wasn't like where you could reach it. And so it was behind me.
I feel like that's cap.
They told me I should have put it in the trunk. And going forward, I'll always make sure.
Yeah, because if I'm a cop and I'm looking, like, it's still somewhere you can throw it.
And maybe that's what he thought too, was that I threw it back there.
Yeah, I mean, because that's where I would do it. They can pull me over. I'm trying to shove that bitch under the seat or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, but I just paying attention to your surroundings and what's going on. It becomes, because we are out having a good time. Even though we're working, we are out having a good time. And there could be just that fine line between I was having a good time and I was working, and you can't differentiate the difference between which one it was.
Yeah.
So that was just a moment where I was like, no, I'm at work. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at work. I can have fun, but
I think that right there is like, it's a responsible way to look at it. Me, anytime I do an event, as much as I can, I bring my own bottle because I know what it's gonna take for me, right, to get to whatever level, right. But you know, I know how I can pour I pour my drinks, and I know where this bottle's at. You see what I'm saying?
You can look at it and be like, I didn't did enough.
Water time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hydrate.
Yeah, that's another thing. I drink a Pedialyte before I drink.
Oh wow.
Every single time before I go out, I drink a Pedialyte because as you know, DJing. Well, you do events, so I might have 2-3 events in a day, and I'm in here just turning up on all of them.
And you forget to eat, and you sweating, and you hot. I can understand that. I might try that, especially when I'm out, like in the summertime events and we outside all day.
I kill me a Pedialyte, boy.
Really?
You know, a lot of people don't like the taste of it, but it's like I don't give a fuck about the taste. Like alcohol tastes nasty.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what
like,
sugar and salt and grenadine is for.
Yeah. To me, weed tastes nasty, but it get me high. You know what I'm saying? So
I can feel that.
Pedialyte tastes nasty, but it hydrates me. It makes sure that I get to a certain level, but I'm not gonna be passed out drunk. I'm not gonna be, you know, and I'm gonna probably piss all this shit out anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of helps me out that way, and I try to tell all my other people about it because you know when you get drunk. The worst effects come from the dehydration that happens. Yeah. You know, it don't really be the other shit. It'd be just the dehydration. That's how motherfuckers start, you know. So I always keep me knowing your limit, knowing your level, and sticking to your level hard is one of the biggest things that if I can give another DJ who just getting into it, you know, because a lot of times
I respect that.
Niggas get up there and start trying to have too much fun. Like, nigga, you working.
Because you forget you working. And I can honestly say I wasn't DUI. I wasn't, but I definitely was if this was
after Willie Hand shit, I think you overestimating. I think you underestimating how fun that night was. Like,
oh my God.
Hey, because I know you came up on me, yo. I didn't even know you DJ for real like that.
Man, look, let me tell you something. Hey,
I want you to meet Kels.
I had stopped doing the journalism shit at one point, and I was in front. I was like at the front of the stage.
You had a good time.
Yes, that was amazing for me.
Yeah, you had fun. Because you know, usually I see weed unicorn, you know what I'm saying? I see the hood unicorn. That's the sunshine I see, right?
We have, but I brought my own bottle.
I
brought my own bottle. Yeah, that's what
that was turned up, and
I'm gonna start using that from you too, because as the media and stuff, we are able to bring our own bags in and stuff. You can save money doing that because a shot at the bar is completely different than this shot that I brought.
Yeah. Now most times, you know, I'm getting free drinks, but I'm not trying to sit here and wait on the bartender, wait on the waitress.
And then you don't know how they gonna make their drinks. This could be the weakest drink you've had, or you be like, God damn, what was y'all pouring back there? I get that. So I'm gonna take that lesson from you.
And the other thing is like the type of cup I use too, because you know, remember what happened with my DJ equipment at one time. So I usually got one of them cups like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I usually pour it up, and you know what I'm saying, it keeps my shit safe.
Yeah.
I'm able to know what I'm saying. So for me,
this is exactly why I carried it. Like some people think it's because, you know, I'm trying to advertise, but really it's because I'm clumsy as hell. And if it spill over, I'm always around a lot of electronics. Luckily, you know, it'll stay closed, or it might just drip a little bit from the but no, that's definitely why I'm like that.
Yeah, that's a smart way to do it, you know, and that's why I never really went to jail, because I always try to think ahead for the little shit that you can plan for. The little shit you can fix, try to fix it. You know what I mean? If all I gotta do is buy a fucking $10 mug, which I ain't gonna lie, I got me one of them good ass Yetis. I used to be cold as hell in that motherfucker, right? All I need from the bartenders is ice. I got my mixer, I got all my own shit. You know what I'm saying? I already know where I'm at. It's like a process for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I can DJ with no alcohol for sure. You know what I'm saying? But
you do it every okay, so
almost every sometimes.
He's here every Wednesday on Hits 92.3. This is our resident DJ on Wednesdays at 5:00. So you can tune in to Go to Truth. That's also why I wanted him here today.
The golden hour.
for the golden hour. And let me tell you something. That's the only show that I don't have to do any work on. Once he plugs in, everything is all him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's doing everything himself. And me, I'm just back here like working on the computer, editing. I be dancing and stuff. I might go out and have a little, like I might go out and have me a little oil change break and then come back in and be like, hey, I was back there listening to you mixing that shit, boy. Like, you be getting it. I really love it. So we're going to go to a commercial break real quick. But when we get back from that commercial break, we're going to talk a little bit more about your entrepreneurship journey, because this next topic we have, it's a little bit more deeper, right? If you don't know, he was the owner of the D-Lofts. So if you know about the D-Lofts here in Atlanta, I want to say, you know, culturally, the D-Lofts has
it was a thing.
It was a thing, and a lot of shit gone down at the D-Lofts. I can tell you that I've thrown a couple of parties at the D-Lofts, and it was always a vibe.
Damn near weekly.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if you know about Atlanta and you paid attention to shit that be going on, some stuff popped off at the D-Lofts, and that's why it's not what it used to be. So we have an exclusive with that, because
you'll be the first one I talk to about this.
Tooth ain't talked to nobody about it. It was all over the news. Somebody lost their life. It was a big deal, and a lot of shit. I mean. Yeah. So stay tuned for that. We're going to talk about that. And you want to give any shout outs to your kids or anything?
Oh, man. My kids know I love them. You know what I'm saying? My kids know I love them.
Any chicks you want to give a shout out to?
No, I ain't going to do all that, man. But I do want to say that I do want to shout my sisters out. You know what I mean? My sisters, they keep me. My sisters and my brother, man. You know, I talk to them every single day. Yeah, you know, and I want to give a shout out to you too, man, because watching your progression. You know, without getting too long, watching your progression within this and the amount of seriousness you take this with, you know, it's motivating.
Thank you. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, we going to a quick commercial break real quick. But when we get back, we have more with Gold to Truth. Did y'all see his, y'all see, he brought his alligator with him.
Eddie.
That's crazy.
Body image and positivity are major impacts in today's society. At Nurse to Beauty, we believe in bringing the beauty from within to the forefront. For those of you who are planning to have cosmetic surgery, Nurse to Beauty is ready and available for all of your post-operative needs. My name is Dontricia Dunham, and I am the registered nurse and owner. I have over 10 years of experience with emergency medicine that has aided me in giving quality medical care for cosmetic surgery clients. We specialize in a number of safe and effective options and solutions to help you achieve your ideal body image. Have a one-on-one virtual consultation via phone or private suite location. Have your lymphatic therapies and all other postoperative needs performed by a licensed medical professional. Mobile postoperative services are also available upon request. Not interested in cosmetic surgery at this time? No worries. We also provide an array of body modification services to fulfill all of your beauty enhancement requests. We understand how costly aftercare can be after a cosmetic surgery. Ask about our affordable payment plans today with instant approval and no hard credit check. Log on to www.nurse2beauty.com for more information. Call or text 404-849-0260. For education, client transformations, and reviews, follow all of our social medias at Nurse to Beauty. See you next time.
I mean, you know, song for the lovers, yeah. Baby, you should see the look on their faces when we walk by, like it's so damn good, so damn good. Cause you're a pretty little thing and they hate it. Yeah. And they wanna be you so bad. They wish they was you so bad. They wanna be you so bad. First up, baby, you ain't regular. That's why I keep you smiling on the regular. And oh, baby, they don't like it. No, they don't like it. They wanna know the things we do when we're in private. Cause they've been searching for real love, they can't find it. All of my exes blow my phone up, and I decline. look on their faces. When we walk by, look, they so damn good. Oh yeah, so damn good. Cause you a pretty little thing and they hate it. Yeah. And they wanna be you so bad. They wish they was you so bad. So bad, yeah, yeah. I knew you were the one when I bagged you. I know your last one when she had you. I know we still wish she had you. And baby, I'm just happy that I grabbed you. The baddest in the room. The baddest in the room, hands down. That's why you the wife, not just the main chick. Whenever they ask, we never say shit. They wanna know the things we do when cause they've been searching for real love, but they can't find it. All of my exes blow my phone up, and I decline it. Yeah, they be doing everything to tear us down, baby. Yeah, they be trying. Yeah, they be trying, baby. You should see the look on their faces. When we walk by, looking so damn good. Cause you a pretty little thing and they hate it. Yeah. And they just wanna be you so bad. So bad. So bad, yeah, yeah. They just wanna be you. And they just wanna be you so bad.
Oh yeah. Shit. Yeah. I'm caught up by the sight of you. But I thought of some freaky shit that we can get into. You're the pretty brown that's driving me wild. Girl, I'm tryna get in you. Girl, you know that I'll be loving you down all night. Won't you talk to me, baby? You can have a piece of my love. It's waiting for you until you get through. You can have all of me. I'll be a fantasy. You're all I need. Cause I want you. Cause I want you. Cause I want you. Cause I want you. Back that shit up. Girl, you know I don't be giving a fuck. I talk my shit, but I be backing it up. Have you thinking, girl, you falling in love? But I ain't looking for love. I'm a freak by nature, baby. I bet this D will drive you crazy. She all about that action, but it's smoke for sure. I see you moving closer, is you down to go, go, go? You can have a piece of my love. It's waiting for you until you get through. Until you get through, baby. You can have all of me. I'll be a fantasy. You're all I need. Cause I want you. Cause I want you. Cause I want you. Cause I want you. Alright. Oh, when I get you home, I'm going deep in ya. I'm going deep in ya. Oh, get you alone. I'm tryna turn you out, baby. Oh, let me know. Are you ready for a nigga like this? I said, oh, gotta let you know, I'm gonna show you things you never seen before, yeah. You can have a piece of my love. It's waiting for you until you get through. Until you get through, baby. You can have all of me. I'll be a fantasy. You're all I need. 'Cause I want you. 'Cause I want you. 'Cause I want you. 'Cause I want you.
Hey, the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right, you could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last. The slots are filling fast.
Okay, so look, let me tell y'all something. I love that last song. Like it's really, that song is really working on
Who
me.
is that?
Shawn Hendricks.
Oh, he is hard.
So you've heard of him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I have heard of him.
That's what's up. Okay, yeah, no. Just so y'all know, I am looking for new music. Because of my new little setup and stuff like that. I think I'm about to be exclusively music videos. I'll take your MP3s and stuff, but music videos is going to be what I'm really, really pushing on here, right? And I've also realized that if I'm playing your music on my show, you are getting paid. I'm going to tell you how. When I play your stuff on Facebook, Facebook lets me know that it shares the revenue from my stream with anybody else that their music was playing in the background. So again, another reason why you should submit your music or your music videos to All Hustle No Fear, because I'm trying to find ways that I can get you guys paid other than just with me. And maybe I need to talk to you and tap in with you, because somebody was telling me if I got on, my brain is saying DistroKid, but I don't think that's it. Is ASCAP maybe?
Yeah.
If I signed up with ASCAP, then the songs, if I kept a record, I could submit that and those artists could get paid that way too, right?
ASCAP being any one of those royalty and publishing collection companies, you know what I'm saying? That's all they do is keep track of it so that you know people
So if I signed up with them, I can help artists, and we're gonna talk about that. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna talk about that. Wait. The first cat was like Chris Brown, Muslim cousin. What?
That's funny.
You got jokes, General Sue. That's funny. I like that picture up there. That's dope. That's dope. What's up, Papa Sue? That's what we gonna call you, Papa Sue. He just had a grandkid like 2 days ago.
Oh man,
had his first one. So yeah, Papa Sue. Yeah. Just sitting here, I've had like 2 or 3 downloads. Like, oh, okay, you know what? This is how we can do this way. This is what we can do over here. So we got some things that'll be coming up. I can foresee me using some different stuff.
Oh yeah.
General Sue said he has a video for me. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. So if I don't have your email address already, make sure I have your email address. And if you haven't cleaned out your email in the last couple of days, in the last month, it's time to clean out your email and your spam, because there could be money or really great information in there. My next promotion is going to be for free music video promotion for the month of December. So check your emails. I'll tell you how to do it. I'll advertise it on Instagram, but I only give you guys in the emails the actual way to do it. Okay. That means if you're on Instagram and you see it, you gotta quit pro quo, ho. You gotta give me something for me to give you something. If I'm gonna give you some free somethings, you gonna have to, kiss the ring, squeeze my booty, something. Like you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta give me. I'm a Libra. Give me too. So I ask for email addresses in those situations because that network you can't get rid. That's data. You like that. So let's go ahead and have this conversation. So how did you get into owning an event space? And tell us all about the D-Lofts.
Well, for the first question, how did I get into owning an event space? Well, essentially, man, I told you I've been throwing parties since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we used to rent out little event spaces
Mm-hmm.
instead of going to clubs and shit. I used to just go get an event space. The VFW is what I used to use, right? Where all the old folks go, the old veterans go, drink their beer and talk their shit, play bingo, whatever, right? So I was renting out this bingo hall, and that's where I was throwing my parties at. And I understood the game from that. Now, how I got down with the low loft, man, completely random. It was a completely random situation. Like, my girl had told me, hey, somebody who I think you probably could meet, because she had cooked for some lady. And she was like, yeah, her son had just gotten in town, so, wanted to meet me or whatever, right? And what I used to do when I threw events, I would just go rent out a venue, whatever, boom, boom. And so we go over there, we talking and shit. Now he then pretty much inherited a building that his mom had. His mom wasn't trying to mess with it no more, right? So he just got there like a week or two before. He don't really know much about the event space kind of game, right? But he's good with business. And so we get to talking, and I end up cutting his hair one day, and then we talking some more. He's understanding that, boom, I got everything needed. Like, I got speakers. I know I know the vision, how the shit goes. So we just decided we was going to partner up and run it together. And shout out to my boy Corey, DJ No Reason. That's the one who I taught how to DJ. So, we just kind of got together, and then I brought my speakers in there. So that was the first thing I did. I brought my speakers in there, and then, we would do events together. We would run these events, and then, from there we just started building onto the space, making it better and better and better. You know what I'm saying? And we had to be a good 6-year run. You know what I'm saying? With no issues, no nothing.
It definitely became a place of the community where, we know we could go, we could be safe, we could, throw our events. And I don't want to say it was inexpensive by any means, but it worked for, y'all was real workable.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what everybody to make money.
Yeah, and that's what I had appreciated. Like, I never felt like when I was throwing my events there, like y'all was trying to bust my head.
Mm-hmm.
And it was always very welcoming. We did Art and Sparks there. I did a puff and paint there.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who remembers my puff and paint, yes, I did have a girl tied up in the back getting spanked.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So
I'm done. And I think the conversation we had, in the behind the scenes, I think sometimes I fall victim to that as well, where I don't think about the things that I have accomplished or how I have moved around the city.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to put those accolades up and out there and say, no, I did this. I threw a party for Freaknik, and not for Freaknik. Like when Freaknik was at the amphitheater.
Yeah,
a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I not only did I have a booth there for free, but they gave me a actual day, and I did an event at a restaurant in Grant Park.
Oh, hard.
And it was like on the list of things of, as an official Freaknik event.
Yeah.
And so, and I did good with that. The radio station was out there and everything.
That's
you know
hard.
what I'm saying? Like we did a real good job with that. And sometimes doing the next thing, just worried about that going forward. You don't think back to those things that you've accomplished and you've done. The D-Lofts has been in a lot of movies.
A lot.
And it's funny because, you know, you're sitting there at home and you watching something, you like,
I know that spot.
Nigga, I've been in that room.
Yeah.
I walked through that door before. I know where this is at. How did it get there for you?
Essentially, man, you know, I can take credit for whatever, but that's just well above me, man. Like, you know, certain times, certain things happen, and I have no idea how. You see what I'm saying? I have no idea how or why, or you know what I mean. So, like with the loft, man, I think that was just the persistence of us trying to ensure that we provided a space where people can be themselves. Because even if you came in there on a regular day, without no event going on, it might be people in there working on their craft.
You could chill.
Yeah, it might be a photo shoot going on in there. It might be some women getting body painted in there. You know, hell, you might see some woman get her nipple pierced in there, getting tattoos, or you know, things like that happening. You know what I mean?
It was the spot.
Yeah, it was like a clubhouse for real. So I think
that's a good word for it.
Yeah. You know, I think that was like also the rise and also part of the fall of it, if I, you know, for lack of a better term. But it got there. One, it was the intersection it was on was Headland and DeLow. You know, and
that's iconic in itself. Let me be honest. That's why I had picked it for my spot, because the event that I was throwing was a Outcast themed puff and paint, and so I had Ash. She drew the Outcast cover art, the lady with the afro, the naked lady, and that's what we had them painting. And then the DJ we had him play nothing but Outcast type music and Dungeon Family music, stuff like that. And then I was one of those people that I was like, I don't want people to just come and have to paint. Sometimes you don't like. I love puff and paints, but
sometimes I'm there for the puff.
Yeah, and I just want to be in the building. I don't necessarily want to paint, but I still want to be interested and I still want to have fun. So I had other shit going on in the back, and the loft allowed me to do that. Have other shit going on in the back. The other event that I was throwing out of there that you keep saying like you was there every week, and I'm like, was I? But you're right, I was. It was when I was doing my the retreat. And so I had different vendors come in that did different body type stuff. So like I had a massage therapist, I had a teeth whitening person, I had people doing facials, people doing manicures and pedicures, I had people doing cuts, all kind of stuff. And because of the way the D-Lofts is, I could have a room over here with people getting steamed, getting their coochie steamed. Because I did it in that little room, and the way we set it up, like the pictures from that is amazing. And it's like, what y'all doing in here? Get your head out. We coochie steaming. Like and then having vendors. And so, yes, I never felt like I couldn't bring my event there, that it was to this or it was to that. It was gonna work in there. Y'all, yeah.
And we also try to make sure that we catered as much as we could to the people's event. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like how I try to take it. It was like, if my partner do something, I do something. You see what I'm saying? So the same kind of care he got for his shit, I got for his shit. So you come in there trying to do an event, I'm gonna make sure I do everything that I can possibly do to ensure that
it works.
It works well for you. And you're happy with the product.
And so, okay, I know I saw P-Valley over there, right? What else has been shot? Oh, Stranger Things was shot over there too, right? Yep. So what else?
Let's see. Atlanta.
Okay.
Shit, there's so many of them, and I ain't seen half of them, to be honest. But Atlanta, the show Atlanta, P-Valley was shot over there. Freaking, it's some movie on Netflix that was shot over there. It's been a lot of movies.
Do you get calls? Like, do people like hit you up and be like, yo, I just saw was the Lofts on this shit? Yeah. That's what's up.
Hell, there's been times where shit, I done been over here like watching like, oh shit, that's what they shot there.
Oh, because they kind of keep it quiet about what they're doing too.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't know.
Like they name it something else so that it doesn't leak.
Yeah. Like, man, it was. I'm trying to remember the name of this freaking movie. But it was like one movie was over there and they named it like fucking beverage. That was the name that they had on the paperwork that we had to sign and all that. And you couldn't really tell what they were doing because they were taking the space and turning it into different spaces, right? But then, like, you know, afterwards I'm watching Netflix one night, fucking drunk too. I was drunk as shit. And I'm watching, I'm like, oh shit.
That's my shit.
Oh shit. You know, but at that point it's like, you know, like I said, I don't really hold on to things.
Yeah.
So, you know, I had forgot all about the shit. You know,
but still,
because
it's definitely one of those spaces in Atlanta, like
the
D-Loft days.
Yeah, I think the biggest shine we got though was in cause we're on 2 episodes of the show Atlanta because they a lot of times people try to make us take down our signage and shit, or they'll cover up the signage or whatever, right? But in this one, man, they just kind of. They left our name right there, you know, in both of them, you know, and they turned the inside of our shit into an arcade and all this other shit. So, you know, that was pretty cool. But yeah, I'll say, man, during my time there, man, we had done 35 major fucking productions.
So, what happened? What happened that caused the D-Lofts to no longer be that spot?
All right. Well, like I said from the jump, the clubhouse feel was the win and also part of the loss. My business partner, he had brought in a friend of his, you know, to try to give him a new little outlet, you know, to do some shit. I wouldn't see. I with the loft, I was hands on, but also face out of it. You see what I'm saying? I'm hands on, but I'm not just always in people's face. You know what I mean? A lot of times people don't even know I own it. So his partner was doing an event. It seemed like a pretty good event. You know, I was with Yandy that day. You know what I'm saying? So, but his partner's doing the event. Next thing you know, one of the people who's booked to come perform, they come, I guess, running in the door, about 30 of them, right? All of them trying to get in at the same time. And, you know, and I wasn't there, but I watched the security footage and I talked to the motherfuckers who was. So they all trying to get in. Corey come out and Corey's like, hey man, I can let 80 y'all in right now because we have capacity. And then y'all got to come one by one. Like as people leave, we'll let one in. Because there's nowhere for 30 of y'all niggas to go. Little niggas like, nah, fuck that shit, nigga. Corey like, well, shit, if that's the case, y'all can leave. And then they just start jumping. They start jumping Corey. You know, they jumping him. But they also thinking, because Corey ain't no big dude, they thinking that he's soft. Corey whooping these niggas, right? Oh, I'm looking at the camera, man. Corey whooping these, like they, these little young niggas couldn't fight. You know what I'm saying? So I see what will happen next happen. You know, but Corey get to whooping these niggas' ass, right? You know what I'm saying? It's about 3 or 4 of them on him, and he fighting them off. The next you know, somebody go run to the car, they come back out, and they start spraying the shit up. You know,
indiscriminately at that.
They just letting it go. You know, people running and we had capacity. Almost every the worst part about that, it wasn't no gangster party. It was a bunch of anime kind of kids in there. You know what I'm saying? Creative, eclectic. And this one motherfucker was the only nigga who was like on that type of shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, so they started off the initial kind of shooting. You know what I mean? It kind of becomes like mayhem or whatever, right? But then it seems like another little altercation like happens. But apparently these same little niggas, while they were trying to get in so quick, they just shot up some other niggas down the street. So now the mother niggas know where they going, know where they about to be at. So the mother niggas come to the parking lot while they trying to shoot at us. While these niggas trying to shoot us up, these other niggas come. So now it's like full warfare going on out there. You know what I'm saying? People getting hit left and right. Like, I lost every window in the front of my storefront. You know what I'm saying? All the windows gone. Everything in the back tore up, fucked up. You know, there's people flying and all kinds of shit going on. You know, so, and I would have been there. I'm gonna be honest with you. And this is gonna be a TMI kind of story. But for some reason, when I left Yandy's spot, my fucking stomach was hurting. I had to go. You know what I mean? So I'm speeding home. Cause I go straight from Yandy's spot. I usually finish there about 10. I go straight over there to the loft. And then we get ready for what's happening that night. Excuse me. So so I go home and I'm taking care of business, you know what I'm saying? Take a shower after I get done, and you know, I'm driving over there, and then by the time I'm driving over there, I'm getting ready to pull into the parking lot, and 15 cop cars just come. They cut me off and pull into the parking lot. And I'm not about to follow these niggas. You know, even though that's my spot, I hit a left and I started and then my phone started ringing. You know, that's when people started telling me what's happening. You know, and my business partner, he ended up getting shot in the leg. And he also fucked up other parts like falling and shit. But they were trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? They was really trying to kill him. He's hiding underneath the car. You know what I'm saying? They looking for him. You know, looking underneath cars. And he over there got shot with an AR through his shin. So his leg just hanging. I know I don't want to sound graphic, but you got to understand, like, these shits have, to any kid out here who's moving like this, these shits have real ramifications for people. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't another person get shot in the neck?
Yeah, so my security guard
and a young lady actually lost her life.
Really, about 10 people got shot. About 10, 11 people got shot. That's what that we know about. And so security guard Ike, man, I just saw him the other day, man. He's doing well. He's still doing security, but he got shot in the neck. You know, a couple other people got shot other places. And then it was a young lady, man, 22 years old. You know, she got shot in the parking lot. From what I heard, she was there to support them. You know what I'm saying? She came there to support them niggas, right? And they ended up killing her. You know what I'm saying? She just graduated from college. You know what I'm saying? Like, this happened in like May or June. So she just graduated like a week or two before this. You know what I mean? And so, eventually I come back up there and I got to start clearing all this shit out with the laws. You know what I'm saying? So we doing this initial walkthrough, is blood everywhere. It's ugly. You know what I'm saying?
I had an event there the next day.
Oh, we had to cancel your shit, huh?
No, we were at Champ Spot.
Yeah, okay.
It just so happened we were at Champ Spot. When we came into the parking lot, it looked like, when you say it was warfare, it looked like a crime. Like, we knew something bad went down the night before. You could feel like, it was like, damn, East Point ain't even clean this shit up. Like, they left it all. They just took the little markers that said, you know, shot 1, shot 2, but they left all the shells out there.
It was 200 and something rounds in the parking lot. Like, these little niggas was wilding. You know, and they shot this bitch up. I ain't gonna lie. But the thing is, they never made it inside the actual building. You know, so afterwards, man, you know, we started having to deal with different, like, people trying to sue us and all this other shit. So, you know, that, you know, and then it's just me now. Because my business partner, he's fucking
in the hospital.
He's six surgeries in now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it was crazy. Again, 6 degrees of separation. Me and Alex are sitting here talking, and she's like, "Oh my God, my friend got shot." She's talking about, dude, they got shot in the neck. I get a text message, and they're like, "Hey, did you hear about Corey?" And I'm like, "What?" And we're figuring out this is the same fucking event. You know what I'm saying? And again, like, it starts going through your head. Damn, I'm there all the time. That could have been an event that I was at, you know, and it just.
And, you know, I believe in, like, divine energy, you know, but at that time, that's why I said the clubhouse kind of feel is good and bad, because when you so open with everybody. Now, I was never really as open, but I was tolerant of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the people who was with us, I let them, they can fuck with us.
Yeah.
But for the most part, Corey's a very open and loving dude. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no bitch, but he's open and loving. Like, come on in. I'm not really that. I'm the, you ain't getting in here with them shoes on. I'm that kind of nigga, right?
Right.
So Corey, that's why it hurt so bad that happened to him, especially with the fact of like it being one of his partners from California who threw the event. And then, I ain't gonna speak on that partner too much, but that partner ran when the shit hit. You know what I'm saying? So, we had to start dealing with lawsuits. We had to start dealing with all different types of shit, especially from the woman's family, the woman who died. But they couldn't really, so I started paying for lawyers, and I do it all by myself now, without no real help from anybody, because, everybody incapacitated. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, man, we got it back open, but it cost me about $30,000, to get it back open, because the city came through and they shut this bitch down immediately. Oh my, they condemned the shit.
Yo, I said we was there the next day, right? We was like, hey, no, we can't do nothing.
Yeah.
We had to scramble to figure out a new spot to get to for the event that day. But it was, East Point came through and said, y'all good.
They condemned that whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, all our shit was in order, but from there, they started making me jump through hoops. They pulled my business license after that. They started pulling different shit that I had to fight to get back. You know what I'm saying? And I got us back open, but even when I got us back open, it's
just not the same.
It wasn't just because before then we hadn't even had an argument in there. It was mainly motherfuckers in there just having being able to be free and be themselves.
Now it's got an aura. It's got a different stink on it.
So then, eventually, police started. They fucked with us so much. They started fucking with the plaza owner, the person who owned the plaza. They started fucking with everybody to get us shut down, right? And eventually, they changed the ordinance in the area to where
so you can't even have it over there.
Yeah. So then they pretty much gave me. We had a poetry night there one day. It was gonna be our little last little thing, man. So we had a little small poetry night. Maybe 15, 20 people in there. Laws came in there and broke that shit up. And before then, we was getting ready to have a party, a bigger party, right? Man, cops called me on the phone, say, you throw that party, I'm breaking it up. And so we started dealing with that type of shit. I'm talking about they running down, and then after that poetry shit, they were threatening to arrest me. They were threatening to arrest me and shit. It was like, yeah, come on in here and turn yourself in because you ain't supposed to be doing no party, blah, blah, blah. So I pretty much I said, nigga, no, I'm not coming down there. If you want me that bad, you come get me. You know what I'm saying? But two, you come get me with a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? I'm not coming, and yeah, man, don't be out there talking to them cops by yourself. If you are being threatened with being arrested, don't talk to them cops by yourself. So, I eventually, I talked to my lawyer and I called that cop back. I said, listen, bro, I'm not going to jail. I made it this far as a black man without going to jail. I'm not going to jail for trying to provide something good, you know what I'm saying, and provide for myself, you know what I'm saying. And I ended up just talking to the cop, and, we ended up, he's like, well, if you get this shit shut down and power off and everything clear with the city I think it a week or two.
You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in.
That's essentially how the end of the loft happened. You know what I'm saying?
So do you see yourself getting another event space or trying it again, or is that?
Yeah. I was actually getting ready to buy the Star Theater in the West End, but then I thought about it. I ain't trying. That's too much action over there.
But they gentrifying the heck.
They just bought the West End Mall.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that I've thrown an event in the Star Theater too. Yeah. They've got like a little, like we were skating in there, like a skating rink. Yeah. You could do some shit with that.
So man,
and it's upstairs, downstairs.
Yeah, and there's multiple rooms in there.
I know somebody who used to live in there.
Yeah, I bet. Shit.
We probably talking about the same person.
And one of the reasons why I didn't get it is because when I went to go view it, I could tell somebody was
living in it. Oh yeah, she was living in that back room upstairs.
I was like, man, I ain't trying to do nobody in like that.
The Star Lounge used to have like it was an after hour spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ain't gotta say no more.
Yeah, but I was looking at that, but for me, it's one of two things. For a while though, I did have like a little bit of like just reservation. One, because of all the money it took to get it back open. After all the money I'd already put it in to turn it up, because you remember probably when you first started to when your last event there.
It changed, yeah.
Yeah, lights up, stage up, speaker systems. You know what I'm saying? These are all things that we were upgrading. Upgrade the bar, paintings, murals. Yeah. We were doing the best that we could to, provide a good artistic, eclectic space, right? And if I'm gonna do something in that realm again, it'd have to have the same kind of like multiple room feeling, that type of shit. But I'm really thinking about going just a white box event center. You know what I mean? For somebody to come do a graduation party or some shit, or ceremonies and that type of shit that, ain't gonna be no clubhouse feel. You know what I mean? That's probably what I'm gonna do, whenever I do decide to jump back in that.
That's what's up. Okay, so we've used up all our time and we've got to get off, but I know how to find you because you be right here on Hits. Yeah. And so we definitely had you come back in again and have some more conversation. You have the way you described Yandy, how you said she humble, but at the same time she busy. You give off that same air. You are very approachable. You're very humble in the sense of, you cool, you cool, but you also give that don't fuck with me and don't play with me. Like I ain't got time to really play. If it's about some shit, it's about some shit. Even with getting you here, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I got an idea and I want to put you and Kels together and get that conversation started. And both of y'all was like, well, hold on, wait a minute. Let me see what's going on first. But I like that because you take it seriously. You know what I mean? And every time you come in here, you're not just playing some pre-recorded mix. You're not just, half-assing it. You're coming in here and, even when, because we didn't even get a chance to talk about the artists that you knew that have passed away, that you worked with. You know what I'm saying? Even when certain artists have passed away, your tributes to them. You see me poking my head out like, hey, bruh, how you mix that with that? I see that. So I respect you. And I definitely want to talk to you about some different things because, I like picking your brain, man. You definitely.
Yeah, for sure, man. Anytime you want me on All Hustle No Fear, man, I fuck with the name too.
I appreciate that. I got jealous because Kels got Hits 92.3 tattooed on her arm the other day, and I'm like, God dang, everybody getting it but me. I have a listener. She got All Hustle No Fear tatted on her arm.
Shouts out to that listener.
And I'm like, I gotta get it too. I gotta get my tat. I gotta get me my tat. So yeah. It's and I
tap
need to
my
get
name
it
on it so I know it's real.
And I need to get it trademarked.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I need to get it trademarked. Man,
yeah,
so
man. Don't do that legal Zoom shit, man. Go straight to the trademark.gov, man.
Okay, bet. And I want some fangs with a bar across the bottom.
All right, I know you gotta get out. It's funny because that's what I was gonna give you a free gold tooth today, right? I was gonna do it on.
Oh, we got to do that episode. No, but I want like the two little open face fangs with a bar across the end, so I can because I've been here for like 20 years, and I promise you, the only thing that's stopping me from being ATL hoe for real
It's a grill.
It's a grill. I ain't never had a grill. I gotta get me a grill.
Hey, shine like the sunshine.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Y'all, we gotta go ahead and get out of here. But you already know there are a plethora of dope ass shows on this station. Coming up at 11 o'clock, we've got the Goat Shop, and you might just see Truth on the Goat Shop. Also, today Kales has a show at 12 o'clock, so you will see her on the Lick show right here, because today is the 27th, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Kales don't be telling me. Yeah, I just be finding out. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Later on in the day, you be radio ready. We've got Unbox Top 10 at 4.
Shouts out Bliss.
Yeah, at 5 o'clock, we've got Gold Tooth Truth. So you make sure you check out this station, download the app, watch, tune in. As a matter of fact, Truth, we got to figure out a way to get you on this. Like, is this table too low?
What, the DJ on this table?
Yeah. Because if we get you on, instead on that side, we get you on this side, and then we got all the cameras set up, and we can do some shit, right? Because you're still right here with the plug.
Yeah, I think more for me is more. We can talk about it.
We can talk about yeah. You know, my brain working. My brain is working. It's working. Yeah. This is all Hustle No Fear. We about to play some music to get out of here. What you playing, DJ? Bobby? Robbie? Okay. We got, you gonna like this. This is Robbie with Weekend Lover. Y'all know we like this song.
HBI?
Yep.
I like Robbie.
Yeah. He performed.
Yeah, I like Robbie.
He performed.
He hard.
Yeah. Can you please add where to send the video in the chat? Yeah, I got you. I hit you up, General. All right, play that.
Every day is a new choice. We make our beds and we lie in them. Who do you want to lay down with? Choose wisely.
Met you on Friday, picked you up on Saturday. Sunday night you calling me over and over again, telling me that you're ready to rock me steady, rock steady. I got you so addicted, I should've never let you taste my love. Damn right I wanna see you again, but I'm not ready for no love affair. Still you ask me what is happening, when I told you that my heart wasn't there. I handle business on the weekday, but you can have me on the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you wanna be my weekend lover, it's gonna be hard to leave. Take it from me. Take it from me. If you wanna be my weekend lover, it's gonna be hard to leave. Take it from me. Gonna be hard. Take it from me. Damn right I wanna see you again, but I'm not ready for no love affair. And still you ask me what is happening, when I told you that my heart wasn't there. I handle business on the weekday, but you can have me on the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you wanna be